Yeah, well, for me, it's very personal. My granddad is alive because someone donated blood, and the fact I can't do the same, to me, is just wrong. So I thought it's about time to do something about that.
I think a lot of people will possibly, if it doesn't affect them, that rule, be quite surprised to hear it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't know about it, and a part of our campaign is about raising awareness about the current guidelines and then calling for a review into them.
Now, the guidelines say that men who've been sexually active in 12 months cannot donate. That's represented in quite a number of European countries, and even Canada, it's even worse. It's 5 years.
It is, but there are places like Spain, for example, who have a much more behavioural-based regulation, which is unprotected sex, and whether it's protected or unprotected. What we're calling for is that there are people who can donate, and the regulations should be more in line with that. And obviously, given the fact that 40% depletion of blood donors in the last 10 years, and 1 in 4 of us is going to need blood at some point in our lives, it's time for the freedom to donate and to look into the regulations on this.
Now, I will just bring in the Department of Health, because it's only fair. They are the people who set the guidelines. They say that current research shows that there's a higher risk of infection amongst men who've recently had sex with men, and then in general population, although we recognise that a risk can vary between individuals, and work is ongoing to look at donor deferral periods. So does that please you to hear that, or do you think that goes far enough?
I think that the issue is that the last review was done 5 years ago. In 5 years, we've come a long way. In screening processes, we know more about it, and also there's an appetite for it, and we need it, to be quite frank. We need the blood. I do welcome that news, but I say it's time to look at it now, given the fact that we really need blood. It's urgent, this review. We need to look at it, and if people can get behind us, sign our petition, join our campaign, then we can really make a lot of noise about this and change the law and do something which is going to save lives.
So how is this campaign working? How are you doing it, so to speak?
Well, we have an incredible team who work very, very hard. I myself have a political background. I work at GK Strategy, and I work very hard with clients who have issues in Westminster. I'm running this very much like a client account, and I have an incredible team who work with media and also kind of PR engagement and digital as well. We're all volunteers, we're all very passionate, we're all affected by this in a very personal capacity, and we're working alongside some of the most incredible and biggest organisations such as Stonewall, LGBT Foundation and others to really raise awareness about this and call for the review and make sure that this really gets done.
In terms of support, what have you seen come forward already?
Today we've had an amazing launch, and I'd love to say thank you to everyone who supported us online, and also all the vloggers and campaigners who've done a lot of work on this. You can sign the petition, you can find that on our website, freedomsdonate.co.uk, and you can also get involved with the campaign by becoming an ambassador as well. So do check it out, and please support us. This is a really important issue that we are really passionate about doing something about.
OK, Ethan, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.